So they're doing everything they can to shut me down. I got this a couple days ago. Obviously, I don't run with this shit. I have a life. And so I just don't bother with it. But I got this. So I'm just going to give out the conversation. And let me show you my response. This was my response. But it gets better. This conversation definitely gets better. Does this sound like a psychologist? Does this sound like a health professional, like a normal person? Really? Because this person is defending Thomas, who is a 2-time felon. That's the good name. And Corey Daniels, but I'll get to that later. And I wrote this back to him because they're constantly trying to say that I have an undiagnosed mental health problem. I see a therapist and a psychiatrist and have for 25 years? I don't think anything's undiagnosed. And that's the reason why they took out Owen, because Owen was a therapist who knew me for 23 years. And then he responded to this. Thomas is a great man. A part of me actually thinks this is Thomas, and it's a sock puppet account. That's what I think. I've never once spoken about Anton LaVey or the Church of Satan. So their game is, if they tell you something, it's a lie. And when you realize it's a lie, you need to realize what they're distracting you from. I don't talk about Church of Satan. I talk about the Satanic Temple. And I never have really spoken about Anton LaVey. I talk about Doug Mesner, Lucien Greaves, founder of the Satanic Temple. Because they're using that satanic after-school daycare that's going up all over the nation to traffic your kids. That's what's happening. But then he'll admit, oh, you have clear symptoms of the Havana syndrome. So when it is to their benefit, they will talk about the Havana syndrome in order to dismiss someone. But in order to do that, then you have to, and he says, I am a professional in this field. So he's a professional psychologist who's trying to diagnose me through my YouTube videos. Again, this is either Thomas or someone who is totally affiliated with Thomas. And so this is how I responded. Thomas is a great man. That's what he said. So did they meet in prison? But I've asked someone else the same question lately. This is Dregs of YouTube 2, new video. He's doing the same type of videos that Michael Dowd is, who sends me shit as this pooty twit, you know? And this is what I typed into the comments, you know? The Dregs of YouTube 2 dude looks like he could have come from prison. He does. I don't know that. I don't know anything about him. Does anybody even know the dude's name? That's a good question. His real name, you know? But for someone who was all focused on PhoenixEnigma and all of this, trying to expose the Isaac Kappy thing, now he's 100% focused on me. And they're all trying to associate me with that crazy woman that I've never had anything to do with. See? It's all about me. All the videos he's doing now, he's Thomas's best friend, and now they're all about me. His videos are all about me. And this crazy lady. And that's his picture up there. Does that dude look like someone you'd want to invite over for Sunday dinner? They're mad because I do daily videos. And they know that I'm sending this shit out to people. Investigators. Law enforcement. This child trafficking thing has to stop. It's being run by Thomas, obviously, and his whole group that are completely If you go onto Dregs of YouTube too and read the comments, they're all about me, and they're all the same people trying to shut me down so that they can keep their child trafficking shit going on. And Thomas, the 2-time felon, are you actually gonna say, is it people's idea that this is an upstanding, forthright person? He's been in prison for felonies twice. Dowd has a mugshot because he got busted for child abuse. Sexual child abuse. This is this whole group of people who supposedly were completely trying to investigate Isaac Kappy. But now look at all of them. Now that I've come forward and actually done something real about Isaac Kappy, now they're all focused on me. And they're trying to say I have an undiagnosed mental illness. And they reach out to me on the phone constantly. And they are trying to shut me down with this child trafficking thing. So, for the Department of Justice and the FBI, you need to go check out all of PhoenixEnigma's investigation and then look at the stories about Isaac Kappy. See the connection between Thomas, who reached out to Kappy, just like he's reached out to me. And then there was a campaign to go after Kappy, just like there's a campaign to go after me. Captain Underpants, Geo, and Dowd both were telling me that they were in my town at the exact same time 2 weeks ago when my best friend just suddenly dropped over dead. This is the shit that needs to be investigated. My sheriff, who lied, who's gotten caught in lies about that gas station explosion. The simple thing is on the report that says there's one explosion. There wasn't one explosion. There were two. Why the discrepancies? There were a lot of discrepancies. All of this needs to be investigated. Not because of me, but because they're running a child trafficking ring. That's what needs to be investigated. They want to make it all about me. And all I'm focused on is this satanic Nazi pedo ring, like the one that got busted in September. But right around the time that one got busted, 1,000 kids disappeared in Ohio. There's satanic after-school daycares happening everywhere in the country. And this sextortion thing that's going on with kids is now starting to pop up everywhere. What a coincidence that is. They don't like it that I won't stop. And I'm not going to stop. This child trafficking thing needs to end. It needs to be investigated. And these assholes need to be taken off the streets for society to be safe. And they can say whatever the fuck they want about me. They can harass me however the fuck they want. But it doesn't change the fact that they're on top of me. On top of me. Calling me, emailing me, texting me, doing videos about me. It encompasses everything. And if I was really the crazy liar they're trying to say I am, what would be the point? What is the objective? You got to ask yourself that question. Why are they spending so much time and effort to take down someone who's trying to expose child trafficking?